Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Oh
Penis.
no, they're aggressive.
Penis.
The what is it? The pants are aggressive or something like that. What is
I'm
it?
glad that the penis is still being passed
The
around.
pizza
I
is aggressive.
appreciate
Pizza
it.
is aggressive. So last time we
The
played,
penis is aggressive.
Tex
True.
found out some information about their past. You guys went on a little adventure looking for this information, and you landed up on an asteroid that I forget the name of off the top of my head. It was like Stel something, I think.
Wow.
Rock.
I forgot.
Yeah, of course I forgot. I'm not gonna remember the name of this one planet in the system of 70,000.
Don't worry, I completely forgot the name of my home planet.
Yeah, I know. I put it. Oh, where did I put it? It was.
What was it?
Stroganoff.
Stroganoff?
No,
Yes.
Strogoth is the
No,
actual name.
no.
I come back in to Autumn saying Stroganoff. I was testing to see
Stroking
if I was
off?
getting a.
What is Autumn
Yeah.
doing? Oh my gosh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I put it in my phone actually because I was doing it.
It's
after
the reason the
work.
web-
It's Strugarus.
Is there-
It's Strugarus.
There's a reason the webcam only covers my shoulders.
Autumn!
Don't worry,
Autumn!
Don't worry, I have pants on.
Autumn!
It's difficult.
Thogorn. That was the name. It is
Foghorn
Foghorn.
no. It is a hello Applegetty. It is a asteroid planet, like asteroid to the size of a small moon that was like tunneled out and then turned into a active facility for Texas creator Irvus, where you guys found a little landing dock. It seems to be one of many, so it wasn't terribly you weren't terribly lucky finding it, but you did find one. And it was all voice activated, and Tex's voice for some reason was able to activate everything. It seems that the old system Irvus put in place was just ported over here, all the same information, and thus she never deleted Tex out of it because why would she? And you guys entered in, ended up finding some people who led you to Irvus. Turns out she's kind of in hiding almost, but the people that you found were very bad at keeping that a secret, and ended up leading to you to find her after a resource mining expedition. You guys spoke with her a little bit in private, talked about the history, what's going on, where things are going from, and after some discussion about Lair, your little blue friend,
She Smurf?
he's more of Dr. Manhattan. She took you guys out to meet with another person. That is Stella, I believe. That's the name for her.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Stella, like from Twilight? Or her
Oh,
name's
Steya,
Bella,
sorry,
never mind.
Steya. It's Y-A, not L-L-A. Abastea. She is an artificer. She was a part of the Council of the Primordials. But she ended up separating herself from them when Lair trapped them into the Aether realm, and ended up just finding her own place, connected with a group of people, and Irvus was one of the people she ended up connecting with to kind of keep things moving.
Just keep moving, I'll be
Yeah,
fantastic.
so last time you guys were there, I believe you just started to speak with Steya, and I don't think there was much conversation that happened. So we're basically gonna jump back up into that scene. Steya, you're in the ethereal realm, this sort of ocean-like realm, but there's a weird air about it where the water's still, it's not deep, but there's a liquid there, almost like a gaseous water mix. And there's some weird pattern, almost like stars in the water that move in strange ways. And after talking with the old council, you guys do know that this is the realm that kind of produces magic out into the world, and it goes across multiple planes. So these stars seem to be a symbolism of those different planes or their connections and things like that. From that, though, you guys continue and just talking with her for a little bit. She basically just asks you who they are. Irvus explains, this is actually one of my creations, the earliest ones. Goes into the depth about what you guys talked about last time. And then she goes into the topic. She's like, the reason I contacted you, they have brought word of Lair. And you see right when she says that, Stella just like goes into this really Lair's back at it again face. Like, this isn't the first time this has happened.
He speaks up. He's doing stuff with demons, I think.
Steya's like, well, we already knew that one, young one. That is where all of this began.
Long ago.
Long ago. It is
Fire Nation attack.
Several thousands of years ago, maybe even millions.
Many years ago.
But from there, she just continues. She's like, well, I'm not happy to hear about it. What exactly is going on? Irvus continues, well, the team here found out that Lair was working on... My voice is cracking, I'm sorry.
Imagine.
Hang in there.
The team here found out that Lair is working on a Dyson Sphere, a project to block out the sun in order to most likely blackmail other planets. If this happens, I'm afraid of the power he could possess through Hone, the manufacturer of this project. She's like, yes, indeed, that is very tragic. Well, I've been keeping an eye on Lair as much as I can in the time I've been here. He has built quite the fortitude in multiple places. He has many of the Waystone transporters that he takes in people, creatures, food, supplies, everything like that, between realms and dimensions. My main thought is he's taking them to the Hells, the 9 Hells, to power them up or create rituals or things like that. He's a very large cult following.
Like a loser.
Like a loser.
But I did not know of his intention for the Dyson Sphere. I thought he was just merely bidding with Asmodeus. I don't remember.
Asmodeus.
Oh, the Dyson Sphere wasn't Lair. I think that was Kaisir.
Well, Kaisir
Works for
and Lair work
Kaisir
together.
is under Lair's command. So it could have been either one, but I don't know if Lair had an influence on that, because I know Kaisir, they sound similar. I know that he's very power hungry.
Yep, that's entirely fair. And he's like,
No, it's not
I'm
fair.
gonna stab him in the throat.
Oh, in the throat?
Yeah.
Make it my heart.
Okay.
Vampire.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Look, I think anyone getting stabbed in the heart would kill them.
I think anybody would die
No,
being
I could
stabbed in the
survive.
heart.
You don't know that.
I could take it.
Just simply better.
He would survive because he doesn't have a heart.
Ouch.
Exactly.
Oh, it's too small.
Get
Go right by it.
roasted.
He's
Two
a
sides.
Grinch.
The two sides are too small.
You just completely miss it.
That's
You
just an
can't find
anatomy
it.
issue.
It's just too small.
But yeah, she continues. Well, I've been tracking their movements, and they have been more active lately. I thought it was just a bidding of power with Asmodeus.
Amadeus.
Um,
No.
but
Oh.
if he is causing issues, this is something we probably need to take more seriously then, and maybe try to throw a wrench in his plans.
A wrench? What about a hammer?
Someday.
Huh?
He's gonna kill you.
That wasn't.
I'm waiting for you to react.
What kind of wrench, though? Are we talking an Allen wrench, monkey wrench?
Okay,
Adjustable.
okay, carpenter.
Okay.
Ooh.
Shut up, bitch!
God damn.
Shots fired.
He's like, I don't know what
This
your
is
all's plan
America.
is, but I could easily cause some backline mayhem here, if you will. Cause some minor adjustments to his plans, hopefully, or hiccups along the way.
That would be lovely. At the moment, our plan is to eventually sneak in, right?
Mhm.
To one of their facilities.
Well, your plan is to, right now it's to go to Hone, sneak in and cause some havoc, find out some details, and then hopefully shut down the Dyson Sphere once it's fully built and constructed in space.
Yeah.
So do you explain that to
Whoa.
her?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like,
That'd be
okay,
good.
so this virus you have do you know if it's still operational?
As far as we were aware last
Do we know
time,
that?
yeah.
Okay. As long as this is still active and you have some
'Cause I
form of backlog.
I think what was it? Chassoth said that it made backup on itself on their like other computers, so it can copy itself
Mm.
again.
Okay, well that's good enough. I think that should be a big help in your item. I think the building up chaos so they enact their plan faster is also a very smart idea, so it can go undetected less time, making it easier for them to slip up. There are some things I've been working on as an artificer and working with Urvas here that I might be able to give you in time, specifically some more powerful weapons. I've been working on a sort of energy weapon that draws from this ethereal plane to power it up instead of batteries or anything that's more elemental. That's something we can definitely look towards, and I could hopefully help you guys in this prevention of Lair's power. The only issue is those are not completed yet, and it will take me time. She goes over, if you guys remember, this scene you're in, this is the ethereal plane, and there is this sort of area that's been sculpted to look like a little, almost like a little retreat in a mountain village almost. And she has a workbench and some equipment there that is all sort of, it all looks real-ish, but like it's fading into the ethereal plane. It's a weird, like she almost ported something into this realm and it's being eaten away at slowly. But she's
The
like,
opacity on it's lower.
yeah, a little bit. Around the edges mostly, has a little bit of feathering.
Gotcha.
She goes into this little house she has kind of built shack almost. And she pulls out this very finely crafted weapon. It has a large trigger with like two handles, but this sort of like U-shaped gun beam with some fancy ridges on it. She holds down the trigger and like points it at the sky. It sort of lights up and shoots this big ball that moves a little slowly, but when it hits a certain point and just releases this big blast that just explodes basically.
So it's the BFG.
Ooh.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good idea. BFG, but like half the thickness and a little bit wider, or half the length.
Oh, I like
Oh, it's
this.
thick.
Yeah,
It's thick.
B's just like, "Ugh."
she's like, right now, this weapon is very temperamental. It does not work half the time, and if you use it too often, it can just explode. I've been working on refining it, and with time, I should be able to get you guys weapons similar, quite powerful. The one thing about this is it is very good against electronics, it seems. I've had issues of my own electronics being fried by being too close to the explosions. So in a battle against a technological manic, it could be a very useful asset.
Absolutely. Could we offer any support in developing it
She's like,
faster?
at the moment in time, it is just finding the hurdles, testing, repolishing, things like that.
Hmm.
I don't want this to get too far out of my own grasp that Lair could see it or some other military government can grab it.
Sounds good.
She's like, well, I will bid you all farewell for now. I must get back to my study. If you all have any more questions, I'm sure Irvus could be a great hand in service to you.
Thank you so much.
Tim's over there at Heaven's Gate. I find it really funny.
Yeah, wait a second.
What
is
Tim's
that?
dead. Oh no.
So I need to reduce the amount of
The-
brightness on me
Yeah,
by making something else in the screen whiter than my face.
I don't understand why the computer
Haha,
just
white.
doesn't see the blowout. I'm like, I shouldn't
See, for
do
some
this.
Hell, you're
reason,
white too.
despite me being the closest, I'm usually the darkest.
Maybe. Yes.
I just bought a really expensive camera.
Wait, hold on. What if I?
Have
What
a
if I-
camera.
Not the
No,
same.
I don't think that's as white as Tim.
Yeah, Tim's getting blown out. I don't know how your computer doesn't
Get
say,
closer
yeah,
to
this
it,
is
Tim.
too bright.
Tim, lower your head and get closer to it. Lower your head. No.
I am the light.
I
And
am
then-
Return to Heaven's Gate.
And then put up the things. Oh, dang it! Wait.
What are you trying to do?
I thought I thought Tim
He
was
would blow
also-
out too?
that they would blow out a little too with them,
Yeah, no,
and
that's
then
not how that
everything would
works.
reflect.
If it's behind, so if it's in front, but if it's behind me,
Oh yeah.
I get lighter.
Science.
Tim is at Heaven's Gate. All right.
Take me back.
Is there anything else you guys would like to ask this for now? Thank you, Hank.
Hank.
Is there anything else you guys have any questions or things you want to do?
What do you think our next step should be?
Who are you asking this to?
Stella. I don't
Stella?
know her name.
Steya. She goes, well, I think your plan right now is the best route. I do not know the full scenario, so I can't give you much information. But I think bringing the fight to them and rushing their operations is a smart move.
Cool.
I'm sorry, I am so sleepy.
Tim's a tired little
Bye, boy.
baby.
Little baby man.
Oh baby.
Little baby. Little baby
Baby.
man.
Oh no.
Hey, look, it's properly exposed.
Just slap me.
No,
Ooh.
it didn't.
Slap me with your hair.
Oh, did I? I didn't know.
I was kidding. It's fine.
But yeah. Irvus walks you guys back out the portal. This little area has just its own little pedestal that you guys have seen time and time again. She goes in, activates the terminal with the little hand gestures, and you guys go back to Fogorn. Yeah, Fogorn. And-
What did
Foghorn.
you say?
And you end up back right where you started, and you're back in the base. So Irvus is like, well, I'm glad to see you all again. I'm glad to see you all have a plan. I might need to go speak to some of my group and see if we'll be able to lend any aid in this causing of havoc. She says, just like looking around.
It would be a great help.
It's definitely something we specialize in. We have quite a couple of contraptions that are meant to be useful but end up being bombs, and I feel like this is a great time to use them.
Bombs.
Just a
Absolutely.
rope,
Gun.
lamp oil. It's yours, my friend.
Oh my gosh, Autumn.
It's rope. Bomb,
Dude, my
lamp oil.
coworker, who's also named Leah at work, and I constantly quote that.
It's
What
yours,
are
my
we
boy.
quoting?
As long as you have enough rupees.
I have a coworker at work, obviously, who also is named Leah,
Uh-huh.
and we constantly just go rope, bomb. Lamp oil. You want it? It's yours, my friend.
All right.
All right, campers.
From there, you guys, it is getting, I believe, you guys left in the morning. It was about a 4-hour travel. You've probably been here for about 3 hours nearly. So it's getting about midday. Irvus is going to invite you guys over for a lunch. She's like, come now. You all must be hungry. We have lunchtime approaching. And we should have...
B is very happy.
and we should have enough food for everyone.
I'm hungry. I nudge Copelio. We're hungry.
You're crazy.
Irvus looks at you like, I created you. I'm not stupid.
I'm just being.
Yeah, he has a bio engine.
He's got a bio engine though.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
Oh my god.
No.
Gonna be dead once.
Not the rat.
The rat.
That's drove me crazy.
You guys.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
It's not you. It's
I
the
can feel-
woman yelling in my left ear right now.
I can
Crazy.
feel Elliot rapidly approaching my location.
You guys go over to the lunch hall. It's like a 15-minute walk. You go through that main corridor you've been in before, and you go into. It's a very simple room. It is like sort of a cafeteria-esque feeling, but there's also like bar stools and things like that, or like not bar stools, booths and things like that that are set to the side. It almost seems like these were repurposed from an actual restaurant vibe. And you go up to the table. There's an automated robot serving food. They basically have like these big pots of pre-made food that they're scooping out, setting up, or just like these trays that like whenever they're empty, you see them like flip in on themselves, go away, and a new tray appears. And you just walk up with a tray. Walk up, set up underneath where you're what food you're getting. They just slide it on, automated, and you just have a thank you every single time it happens. The robot just says thank you, and just go to the next one. Same voice every time. Very simple.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. What have you...
Welcome
Oh my
back.
That's
god, I
really
forget how it
split.
goes!
That was everyone
Hi,
else.
welcome to McDonald's. Are we
May
using
I
our
just
mobile
saw
app
what
today?
you sent me?
From
What
there,
are you giggling about?
you guys
Nothing.
basically
Leah
sit
sent,
down.
Leah sent me a message saying peen.
Oh my gosh. You guys sit down and start enjoying your food. It's a very simple meal. Like they have mashed potatoes, some salads,
I like mashed
things like
potatoes.
some sort of chicken, like pulled chicken, sort of a shredded chicken meal, as well as some other like
Ooh.
vegetable options and things like that. They also have like a ham sandwich if you grab that instead. Very basic, just like
Very
easy food that's very quick to
sandwich.
make and automatic. But it tastes pretty good. It's well seasoned. It's made well. It doesn't feel like it's cheap. It feels like it's actually just good food that's easy to make. And you guys sit down in the booth, and she just kind of ends up chatting with you guys for a little bit. She basically explains how they got into the scenario of this place. How she after the happening at the that air hangar you were at earlier, she fled out into the solar system looking for a place to hide out. Heard about this location that has some weird, like mysterious magic power coming from it, of sorts. Goes out to explore and actually finds I'm blanking on Steya, working with a small group. Like it almost felt cult-like. She explained she thought she was walking into like a ritual, but it was actually just people working in a very sad cage, like or not a cave on an asteroid, like building very rudimentary weapons that are powered by or mostly powered by that ethereal plane, but not directly. It's like amping up a generic battery. She then from there took her knowledge, made it less cult-like, made it more scientific, and helped build that out for the last probably like 30 years nearly now, and slowly developed it into a new facility that you guys are sitting in now. It was a very long process and took a lot of time, but with that time, they built robots to build the place, and robots to build more robots to do these things. Like made a sort of automated self-healing facility and self-expanding facility.
Nice.
So she's like, now
That's awesome.
your guys' plan is to go to Hone and cause a ruckus.
Well, not a,
Yeah.
a ruckus.
We've done that
per
before. We
se.
can do it again.
She's like, so you have companions who will be getting you in there?
We have
Um,
people that'll get us in. Yeah.
Potentially.
She's like,
Do we not?
yeah, you do. Chassas team's
Okay.
getting you in there with fake IDs.
That's what I
and
was
stuff like
thinking.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, if you by chance can get a blueprint for the design of their equipment and machinery and things like that, I would request you send it to me as fast as possible. I would like to
Right,
see
yeah.
if they're still using some of my base designs for some of their basic equipment, or if they're using anything that's similar to what I've built, or if I could possibly reverse engineer it with, with Steya to find weak points or make countermeasures, shall we call it.
That would be a big help.
Yeah, that is definitely something I would request of you all. She kind of just continues. She's like, so, what else can we do for you? Is there anything else we can help you guys with?
What the fuck are you doing in my room, Branwyn?
Oh,
Freaking cat.
You are
Oh.
not supposed to be in here. Get out from under my bed. Oh my god.
Yeah, Branwyn.
Have you been in here all day? Hang on, I'll be back. I gotta deal with this.
Okay.
Kaylin,
Keelan?
hmm?
what is this?
I'll make you crazy, Kaylin.
What'd you just send me?
Do you know what Morse code is?
I know what it is. I don't know how to read it.
I read it.
I just saw a
You're telling
bubble.
me.
Is it you saying, is it you quoting what you said earlier to them in Morse code?
No.
Oh, okay.
What?
The crazy. I've been crazy before. It's that in Morse code. I
Crazy.
bet.
I was
Oh.
crazy once.
Yeah, it's
They
that.
locked me in a room.
It's that in
A
Morse
rubber
code.
room. A rubber room.
A
with
rubber
rats.
room. The rats make me crazy.
The rats make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once.
I'm gonna commit a crime with this.
Put the
I
knife
don't know what to call it,
down.
stylus.
A rubber room. A rubber room with rats.
I'm back.
And rats make me crazy.
I would like to wait for text here.
You did.
So.
Wait, what?
Alright, I'm just gonna wait till she leaves.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I
what?
just read it.
What?
You did quote what you said earlier.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kaylin is trolling everyone. But
Why did you send me
She's
that in
sending
Morse
people
code?
Morse code.
Yeah.
I'm not putting that
She
shit in
sent
the
it to
translator.
everyone. She
Yeah.
sent it to
Uh,
everyone.
Irvus is sitting down at you guys
You're
at
a
the
little
table.
dick shit.
Oh my gosh. Irvus is sitting down at the table with you guys, and she just asked, basically, is there anything that we can help you guys with?
You mentioned bombs.
She's like, yes,
Oh,
we have
no.
we have
Aaliyah, I'm
equipment.
your little
Kaylin,
dipshit.
please stop interrupting.
Absolutely.
She's
Love
like,
you, Kaylin.
she's like, I have some experiments, some like test motors, different sort of batteries that in their testing have been found to be more effective as bombs than their main objective.
What are you doing?
Me?
No, Kaylin, the one crying, laughing over here.
She's playing peekaboo.
Very bad at it. She's like, I could lend out some of the equipment batteries that are basically bombs. Those
Oh,
are
no.
not terribly good at exploding. They're more of a fire starter. But load a bunch of them on a ship, throw the ship at another ship. You have a very flammable machine going to a very weak target.
Hmm. I like this idea.
I
You
can't
two
mute
okay?
Kicks her out of your apartment.
Kaylin. It'd be worth it.
I'm paying for half of this apartment.
You haven't paid rent this month. No, you're not.
Ooh, shocked Pikachu.
But yeah. She's like, I could give you some of those if you have an idea for what you could do with them.
Kind of like the idea of just starting fires.
She's like,
There you
I
go.
can definitely get you some before you leave. She's
Your
like,
hair's on me.
man, it's like you're sitting right next to me. She looks over to you, Tex, and she's like, now, Tex, in your
Yes?
absence, I have still been producing more items and more tools. Would you be interested in receiving some sort of upgrade of sorts?
What kind?
I'm gonna throw something at you. It's not that funny. She said upgrades and started chuckling to herself like she's hilarious.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Grades.
She just is like, well, you met the two robotic twins. Not really twins. They were definitely made at separate times, but they follow me everywhere and they act the same. Pretty dumb. They have different abilities and capabilities that allow them to do different things because of the robotics I've put in them. Is there any task you struggle with that you would need an upgrade for, or any sort of weapon you'd like to be added to your person?
Your neck looks long.
Targeted at you, Tim.
Oh, me? Come on.
You can't really
I wasn't
see my
sure.
neck.
I was pretty sure, but I didn't want to like assume it was me.
I don't have a neck.
Yeah, I've been told I'd have a long neck.
She still is looking at you, Tex.
I can't think of anything.
Do you have a stat you wish was higher?
Oh, Tim, I have to show you something.
Stealth.
Do I have a?
Wait, no,
stat?
Elliot's stealth is pretty good. What do you have to show
My
me?
shit's pretty well-rounded. I
Just
don't
pick
think
one.
any-
I don't care.
I don't know.
This is an upgrade for you that you can put to any stat, basically. for finding
Upgrades,
your
Elliot.
background out.
Upgrades.
He's like, can I have a cool sword?
She just looks at you. She's like, "We could find you a sword, I think, honey."
I want a sword that she has that when she hits things, she can make the end of it explode.
I don't know if Irvus would trust you with that. To be honest,
I don't think
she has
anyone would.
I think she has enough intelligence to not give the small little slimeling an explosive sword.
Oh, why not?
You
wanna
break
use it
into a
here.
bar.
I only use it to stab bad guys.
So Tex, how would you feel if she upgraded your wisdom?
Okay.
Is that something you'd like the sound of?
What about your charisma?
Ooh,
which
you're
is
smart.
My
Charisma's
charisma's
max.
already at 20.
Yeah.
Why you're so dope? Because I turned you down because you're a fan one day.
she's yeah, because she's like
Tim,
we'll say
look what I
when
sent
you
you.
explained about your broken memories, she continues, she's like, I think I could repair these core memories with with one of our pieces of equipment. The
Are you okay?
No, she's not.
No.
She's like, I could repair this with our laser forge. More of a welder, but I think I could use it to repair this issue.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Leah, what are you even laughing at?
I'll send it to
Oh
you.
my gosh. She basically says,
Leah.
once we're done with dinner or lunch, I guess. Maybe I don't know, whatever time it is. I will take you back to the repair hall for our robots and our technologies, and I will see what we can do to repair that core of yours.
Okay.
What is so funny?
So yeah, do you guys have anything else you'd like to do, ask, or see, or should we just jump to that next part?
I guess.
I'm good to jump.
The next
Good
part.
to jump? Everyone's good to jump? Okay. So you guys start walking down this hallway. You had a nice little dinner, nice little chat about your plans. And from there, you guys all follow her into the into this, like, down this hallway into a. It looks much more industrial, but it's not dirty. It's just there's a lot more going on the walls, a lot more piping, more like rails and tracks for things to have. And what ends up happening is she basically brings Tex into this super high-tech looking room. The actual card reader itself has a black stripe on the top, while all the other card readers have been completely, not card reader, like a handprint sensor. All the other ones have not had any sort of markings. This one has a black strip at the top. She puts her hand on it, it senses it, pairs it up, and the door opens up. She's like, please follow me in. And as you enter into it, have you guys ever seen the facilities for like tours of like computer manufacturer facilities and things like that?
For what?
Like computers or computer parts.
I guess.
So there's a bunch of the machines that are these like massive, almost like 8x8 12 feet tall machines with these robotic arms, parts going inside, tubes connected to the ceiling, and there's like
Yeah, I know.
machinery going on the inside. These big doors you open up and stuff like that. There's a bunch of them in here, all seeming to do different things. There's some that look like 3D printers. There's some that looks like almost like an engraving stand, things like that. She takes you over to a far one that actually has a chair. It almost looks like a dentist tool, but it has the X-ray machine built in, if like that spinny thing. Autumn is like, I can explain what this looks like.
It's called a It's called the X.
I don't know, but basically she's like, Tex, if you don't mind, please sit down here.
Are you talking about a radiograph machine?
I don't know.
It takes X-rays, or also?
Yeah, it's the one that spins around. It kind of looks like that, but it also.
It's called a panoramic X-ray.
Yeah.
I had one of those.
She basically sets you down, Tex, and she's like, I'm going to take you out of consciousness for a short period of time, and I'm going to try to repair your core itself. I don't know how this will feel for you, as I've done this only a couple of times, and every time you've forgotten that it was happening. Oh gosh. So she sits you down. You all are kind of sitting around this area, standing, watching. She lays you down, Tex, and there's like cables that plug into your body that kind of just like lock into your place, almost like a serial port sort of thing. You don't really feel anything, and you don't like have any. You know what like telepathy is like, and it's sort of like that's what you'd expect this to feel like, but there's no information going in per se. She has this diagnostics monitor with all these different little graphs, information, numbers flashing, things like that. The Linux boot screen comes up.
What's his FPS? What's Tex's FPS?
Tex's eyes can only see at 60 FPS as every other human. That's a lie. That's not true. But you kind of go into this state. You've had it similar before. It's very similar to when Slazozemp was taking you into your own mind, except you don't go anywhere. You don't see anything. You're just nothing, but you're still there. It's very weird, and it could be very anxiety inducing or panic attack inducing, if kind of that vibe. As you're in this state, you guys on the outside see basically what she's doing is she has Tex plugged into these cables. This machine kind of hovers over, starts to like spin up slightly. She basically removes Tex's chest piece and raises up this crystal onto a floating platform inside of this laser machine. And these two large like welding rods come down and start pointing at different sides of it. She uses these different sort of tools, these clamps that are built into this pad to move what essentially looks like a bismuth crystal, but it's super clear. It has these weird steps and all that. Tex, it's almost like in your dream when you saw this large branching tree made of cubes. It's almost like that, but much more simplified. And it's like this core crystal that kind of is your central processing unit. And she basically goes at like starts inspecting it. This machine starts spinning around. You guys see that the actual crystal structure starts showing up on this screen massively. And you hear her just mumbling to herself like, yes, there's a couple large cracks here. The stress of this operation must be causing this. I could probably use this level heat to repair this area. And Tex, after some time, you begin similar to the teleportation where you feel nothing, but you see colors. You start feeling things. You start feeling sensations of like heat, cool, light flashing, different sort of moods come in. Then after some time, you start regaining some memories. There are some things that you just like, I didn't know that before. This is new to me. Why do I remember this? You start remembering times of when you were with Irva still, times when she would like tell you these projects, times where she wouldn't feel safe telling you because she didn't know if people were listening. And specifically, you start remembering the time period of when Irvas was forced to run away. She decided to leave. And when she told you that you were gonna go to her, I think it was it her grandson or cousin?
I think it was grandson.
Yeah, she like explains that she's going to lend you out to him He shouldn't inhibit you in doing anything, and you shouldn't feel like you're stuck to him. But do keep him safe because he'll try to keep you safe. And it just cuts to like these memories of the grandson being like thinking, like not taking care of any parts that you have or ordering anything, and like not ordering, but like getting replacement parts that you need, so you become more self-sufficient and start getting your own stuff, start doing your own thing, because you all of a sudden realize, hey, I don't need to follow anyone's rules. I've only followed Urvus because that was my creator. I know Urvus. I trust Urvus. I don't really need anything else. But as you lose that, you became more self-sufficient. And after a period of time of feeling like the grandson is not doing enough for you, you decide it's time to go look for your creator. But you also remember not being able to remember things at that point. I don't know how to explain it clearly, but like you remember that you were forgetting your past, but now you're remembering that past that you forgot and what you were trying to remember in those time periods.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that makes sense to the best
You
of my
are
ability.
remembering that
Yeah.
You
you
remember
forgot
what
to
you
remember.
forgot, but you remember when you forgot. That doesn't make it any easier.
Not really.
Yeah. You remember. You're starting to remember things. I'm going to give you a +2 to your base wisdom modifier. For you guys on the outside, she offers you to go like a bedroom because this is up to a 4-hour operation already. You guys are watching. This is like super fine. She's taking these crystals, finding weak points, heating it up, applying this gas to cool it down, heating it up while this is cooling, getting different areas, using different lenses on this laser. You see the lasers changing color, different sort of materials sparking, things like that. Her getting different like welding compounds in there, things of that nature to heat it up. And it looks like she's actually reforming this crystal with intense heat, laser pressure, different sort of cooling tricks and things like that. And after you guys, I don't imagine you all stay there unless you're really bored. Those
I still would have.
You would have.
I would. Yeah, I'd like to stay.
Sure. Yeah, you see that it's just this for hours. She's reading diagnostics, taking check measurements, like using a sort of a multimeter to test different areas, trying things out. And after that time, she's like, "That's good. We continue." After that time, she begins to go set this crystal back. It's in this sort of like carrying case that sort of keeps it floating in the air almost. It has very loose attachments, some metal bits, but it spins around, things like that. She inserts that back into Tex's core where it's nice and protected by multiple layers of armor and things like that. And she shuts it back up. And Tex, you wake up, you feel like you were only out for maybe like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. You can't really tell. But you have all these memories and have all this new knowledge that of your past, where you came from, things about your body that you like didn't really know. Like you've remembered how to repair certain aspects of your body that you might have forgotten, or like, oh man, I haven't taken care of that old rusty bolt in my shoulder for about a
Elliot,
year.
what the heck are you
Are
doing?
you good, Elliot?
I'm trying to get Branwen out from underneath my fucking bed. But she's all the way in the fucking back.
Don't you have like some
Sorry.
treats you can shake?
She's not treating
Oh really?
motivated.
Isn't Brandon
Yeah.
the fat one?
No!
Yeah.
She's not fat.
Oh, okay. Who's the
I'm
fat
treat motivated.
That's
don't-
Haley's cat.
That's Bob.
one? I am too, Tim.
Yeah,
don't
get
worry.
out, bitch. Finally, she left.
Yeah. So after all that time, you wake up. Everyone, you're already like lying down in a. They have basically these like boarding halls where just a bunch of bunk beds and things like that, and some writing desks and areas. It's actually probably not bunk beds. They're probably actually like full beds with writing desks and different sort of sections and lights. You guys kind of walk back to Tex. You see that she is like worn out in her mind. She's like, I've been staring at bright lights for too long. Look at that little dumb face. And yeah, Tex, you have those memories. I'm going to real quick in Beyond, see if I can add in I think I could just do that. Yeah, it worked. Wisdom is now a 16 for you.
Oh, Branwen. Oh, Branwen, look at the baby.
Do you have any
Oh.
spells that are wisdom, or is that just going to help you with other stuff?
I don't know.
You're mostly
The
charisma,
bean.
Oh,
right?
look at the baby.
The beans.
Look at the baby.
Yeah, that's the bitch
at
who was
those
in my room all
eyes.
day.
Ah,
And she
such
goes,
a babe.
Would you get that
She's
nice
only
little
11.
bonus?
she's 11.
Oh my. Old.
Yeah. But she doesn't act old. She acts stupid.
She's a
Yeah,
pain
it's
in
one
my
of the
ass.
same.
That's the same thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
If COVID taught me anything,
They are
it's that
the
those are the
same
same
thing.
thing. But yeah, you guys. She's like, I'm going to go get some rest. You all please rest easy. I will meet you in the morning, and I will take you. I'll show you the breakfast food as well. She smiles, and then
Okay.
she just walks to her bedroom. She seems very tired and sort of overworked almost, but not overworked. Just exhausted, drained, things like that. Oh, thank you, Kaylin. She paid her rent. Yeah, but from there, you guys.
Did you take the pictures, by the way?
Yes, I did. All right, send them in. You guys basically take your time. Takes rest. It's very comfortable. Nothing here is really inexpensive. It feels like it's sort of cobbled together, but they only got nice things. The beds are soft. They're not too hot in this area. It's well ventilated. They have writing desks that you guys can put your stuff on if you need to. I imagine you left most of your stuff out in your ship, but they lend you the beds if you like. So you all get a long rest.
I'm really glad I didn't try to incapacitate any of the workers when we got here.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That
chill
was my
place,
first
actually.
plan. Was like, hey, so like I'll take out this guard, you take out that guard.
Yeah.
We'll find out what's going on.
The biggest
here.
thing is this whole asteroid is majorly protected with like 3 depth layers of levels. The first level is entirely automated, so even if people did blow up that main door, the rest would shut down and they'd have to deal with all the robots that don't need oxygen attacking them in a tight corridor. So like this place is very well protected and very well built. So yeah, you're lucky you didn't, because they would have just all went to another level and just vented you out to space.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah. But from there, is there anything else you guys like to do tonight, or would you like to wait till morning?
I'm good to
I'm
wait.
good for now.
Sure. Okay, then yeah. You guys basically get a long rest. Make sure you got that marked down and get all your spell slots back and things like that.
We love casting.
Yeah.
We love casting spells. Shadow Wizard Money.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
We love casting spells.
Yeah. From there, you all get your wake up in the morning. Urvus is up nice and early. She knocks on your door. She's like, "All right, everybody, let's go get some breakfast." It's not served for long, so let's make sure we get some for you. Takes you all out to the same dining hall. This time, the food isn't as like simple. They have things like French toast, pancakes, simple things like bacon, but they also have like omelets and crepes and things like that. They're a little more harder to make. Some vegetable fruit bowls that are like super easy. And she's like, "Take whatever you like. It's all free of charge, and let's sit down and have some breakfast."
Is there anything gluten free?
I think she'd look at you. She's like, "I think the fruits
Fuck!
and the bacon."
God damn it! And your mom.
No, my mom doesn't actually have gluten, or she doesn't eat gluten.
She keto.
Yeah,
Keto diet. She doesn't eat
Damn.
potatoes.
Imagine.
starches.
That's like
yeah.
the self-inflicted gluten intolerance, though. That's sad.
Yeah, I couldn't live that
Point
life.
and laugh.
I like my bread too much.
Point in love. Bread is good.
Bread's so good.
El pan.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you guys sit down, have your breakfast. They also have like a drink bar that has like drinks set up. Last night there was like ales and some light drinks and things like that. Today has like orange juice, water, apple juice.
Mimosas.
No, there's no alcohol this early. But they do have it
Not on-
available.
Especially while B's here.
No. But from there, you guys kind of sit down. She talks with you, Tex, and is like, "So how are you feeling?"
Not much different, I guess. Guess I just. I don't know how I'm supposed to be feeling.
Well, that's up to your character. You've learned a lot more about your past. You've unlocked new avenues of your brain. It feels like you can actually think faster, nearly.
But
Wow.
Tex is also a robot. No feelings, head empty.
That's not how robots work in this world.
I'm also hard.
Head empty.
Tex has a crystal
No
in their
thought.
core that has emotions.
So is Tex the crystal and not the robot?
Pretty much, yeah. like Theseus'
It's your
chip.
bioengine.
It's not a bioengine. But yeah, she just asks, how are you feeling?
Not physically different, but I guess I just have a lot of answers to things now. So I guess that's a bonus
She was like,
or a
well,
good thing.
I'm glad I didn't make anything worse. That's a good start. The crystals, the crystalline core you have is a very complicated piece of technology. And my early developments, like you, all were a little bit more fragile than I would like. I went back and I reconstructed the crystalline structure at an atomic level to give it more strength and rigidity, as well as repairing the areas that had hairline fractures or slipped atoms and things like that to hopefully overall give you a better existence, basically. Less issues, more memories, things like that. It should be a help to your powers or your abilities. Tech stares blankly. Oh, I might have broken.
What? I
crystal.
wasn't paying attention. My bad.
He was buffering.
Come on.
She just explained what she did and said it should be
Okay.
a help to your abilities.
Cool. What does that mean mechanics wise, I guess?
You have 2 extra wisdom points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're up to a 16 from a 14 in your wisdom category.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a whole bonus.
Mm-hmm.
+2 to be specific.
Yeah, and that'll help in that increases everything that's a wisdom score too, which is very nice. +1s across the board, baby. Yeah. So she's like, well, I don't know how much longer you all plan to stay. We'll be glad to accommodate you and have you here. It's always nice seeing old family friends, but I do know that you're on an important mission, and I do not want to hold you up.
When are we going for that?
It's about I think it was about 2 weeks out now.
Okay. Is that a lot of time or not a lot of time?
It's a decent bit of time.
All right. Does anyone want to stay?
I'm. I guess I'm just down for what everyone else is down for. I don't know.
He's just
I'm
here.
stupid today.
But you just got a +2 to wisdom.
That's different though.
Yeah,
Wisdom
Tex, you're
isn't
smarter than
intelligent.
ever.
You're smarter than ever.
She basically says, whatever you guys decide, I will be glad to contact. I'll be glad to help once I hear word from Steya. I will definitely let you know. TJ's in YouTube saying, message to Elliot. Nice to see you, non-binary.
What
Called out.
the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, but it sounds aggressive, so I said it aggressively. And
DJ,
she gives you guys
gotta
her
send you
little
something later.
contact pad, the little
Her
like,
email.
yeah, the email thing for her connection. She gives it to you guys to be able to reach out to her. She's like, I'll make sure that I hear from you whenever anything happens, and I'll make sure you'll hear from me when Steya gets back to me on those weapons.
Perfect.
No sword.
In the meantime,
Oh, if you say that, she's like, hold on just 1 minute. She runs
he's like-
away, and she comes back. It's basically like, you know the trend of making lawnmower blades?
Maybe.
Like
I'm sorry, what?
Turning a lawnmower blade into a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gives you a weapon that looks like that, and it's just as rusty as it as well.
Okay, so she just didn't trust me with a sword, and she gave me
Yeah,
something.
well, it looks like
Yeah.
it'd be nasty. It has like a serrated edge and like a sort of a pulled tang with this sort of like, if you take a washer, not a washer, like a big bowl and punch a hole through it, that's what is used as like the sword guard, which is sort of like bent in a cool shape, and it has this sort of wooden handle. And she's like, that should be interesting enough for you.
So I want B to set her hand on the rusty bit. Can she can she dissolve the rust off of it, and she can dissolve food?
Let me see, because rust is obviously much more intensive than food.
just give B some Coke.
Just give me some coke.
I'm going to roll a percentile dice and see.
And I want to do this in front of her and see if it works.
Yeah, you kind of put your hand on it, and you can see as you touch it and rub your hand over, there is an amount of like black dust that begins to pour into your body. It doesn't look like the amount of stuff you're taking off is that terribly much though, but it is definitely coming off. And she's like, I don't think that's healthy for you.
It's fine.
She's like, okay.
He starts like coughing on the way out.
She's like, she kind of comes up to you. She's like, I'm glad to see you all again, but I must get back to my duties. I do have a space station to run. If you ever need anything, this home is always open to you. We'll be glad to accommodate another. She laughs. Another. Not convict, but like felon. I guess we'll say felon. Another felon of Hone.
Fugitive?
Fugitive, yeah. Another fugitive of Hone. I'm not too upset with having you here. But I need to get back to my works.
Question.
Yes.
Do I have the bomb batteries?
Oh, yeah, she would have given to you those yesterday. She gives
Beautiful.
you about 5 of them. They look... Have
Hell
you
yeah.
seen, like, RC drone batteries where they're, like, a bunch of little cells stacked together?
Yeah.
It's like that,
Yeah.
except they're made in a hexagon shape, and if you were to look at them, they're like layered button cells that are sort of flipped on top of each other. If you take a moment to like kind of look into it, what they were trying to do is make a lot of parallel batteries into a series of batteries, but the polarities of them are flipped kind of weird. You see, this is just them testing stuff, and each one's a little different. But you realize that, yeah, once I charge this, it's just going to become a time bomb. Because they're high-capacity devices,
Beautiful.
too. You imagine that if you were able to charge it really fast, really quick, like with possibly a magical spell, that you could set it somewhere, and it would, like, just light on fire and create a massive ball of fire that couldn't be put out by anything except for, like, removal of oxygen.
Perfect.
Hey, slime assassin. But yeah,
Slime.
It's Slimbo.
Slimbo. But yeah, she gives you those. You got 5 of them, so you might want to note that down that you have a limited supply.
I will note that down.
Ouch.
Like we do.
Ouch. I hate whenever you close your eye and then it burns.
I hate
Yeah.
when that happens.
What?
Like when you have something in your eye and you close it and it starts burning and you start tearing up.
Oh,
No, you close your eye and it just starts burning for no reason.
Well, you didn't blink
that
enough then.
does not sound normal. What?
It happens when I game too long.
My perception of when should I blink is ruined by my contacts.
I'd say like every 15 seconds.
How do you add a custom item? I forget.
If you go into your inventory, manage inventory,
Mhm.
add custom items in the
Uh
middle.
huh. I'm blind. Thank you.
Okay, I was about to share my screen.
I don't know how I did not see that.
Yeah, but from there,
I
you
was like
guys,
staring right at it.
you guys, are you all good to head out, or would you like to do anything else, find anything else, ask for anything else?
Mm.
I'm good to go.
Okay. Yeah, with that, you guys head back onto your way. You go out to the dock. Tex opens the door. You guys load up onto your ship and start flying your way back. You do have her contact. She says goodbye to you all. Like gives Tex a hug. Lets you know, Tex, that like she'll look into giving you better upgrades or finding ways to make you more capable beyond what you can
Okay.
even imagine. But for now, she needs to get back to her duties. From there, you guys head back to Strogoth, and I would like one of you to roll me a percentile dice.
I want to do it since I never get to do it.
Sure, go ahead.
38.
38? Alright, not terrible. So what you guys
Could be
do
worse.
see, for your travels, you guys do kick it into a high speed mode where it's like you're going faster than you should be able to in space, really. But it's due to your warp drive that actually like bends time and space. What you do see is on your travel out there, you guys get halted by this warp drive. It says, "Hey, gotta stop. Something's going on." and your system begins to start flashing up errors.
Huh?
Yeah, your computerized, like your spaceship system starts flashing errors. It
Uh-oh.
says
Hope for a
there's an
check engine light.
Not
it's
the
on my
check
mind.
engine light.
It's not a check engine light, but it is saying there's an overload on electrical circuits.
Well, that's not normal. Can we go check it out?
Sure.
B
Where do you
comes
want to go?
To the engine.
To the engine
Engine
room?
room, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You guys
Wherever
go
the
down
warp
there.
drive is.
The warp drive is actually built like into the core of the ship. It's not the warp drive that's having an issue. It's your electrical circuit throughout the whole ship.
Got it.
Like
Yep.
all your computerized systems, everything like that, getting a little overwhelmed.
Got it.
When you get there, you guys have been down here before, and you do know that whenever you guys power on the ship, there's a sort of a blue. There's tubes that are sort of like conduits, but sort of see through. Whenever they're powered up, and the more power they get, the brighter they get, and they turn to like a blue color light. With that, you do see like these random flashes in these tubes. Instead of being like a consistent, like sort of like flowing water is what it normally looks like. It's like little flashes of blue area.
Okay. Can I just roll for intelligence
Sure, yeah. Roll me an intelligence check.
instead of trying to figure out what is going on myself? For what my intelligence modifier is. It's a 0.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Jay?
Yeah, you've seen this before.
Hell yeah.
You actually made this, no? But this is a classic sign of an electrical storm or an EMP storm. Typically, the main sources are either large clouds of electric, like shock, static and stuff causing damage. Worst case scenario, it's a pulsar star hitting you from like galaxies away.
Oh boy.
But you know, if you were to go straight into that, you could overload your system and blow it up. Or if it is just an electrical storm, you could wait it out, but you're not too certain of which one it is.
Is there any way we can tell?
How would you like to try?
I don't know what those are, so I can't think of anything of how to even figure out what the hell to
Well,
get around them with.
basically,
we
there
get
is some form of matter that is supercharged on your ship. And if it is a pulsar star shooting this hot electrical matter, it can heavily damage your engine or electrical board and make you have to repair the ship. If it is just like a casual storm, it will not damage your ship, but just cause weird things to happen.
Okay. So what are our options then? Just stop, wait it out.
You can you can do diagnostics to see which one it is, see if you can push forward. You can stop, try to wait it out, see if you can. Depending on where the pulsar star is, it might be a long time, like multiple years for this area to be cleared. It could be that you just need to do some form of advanced shielding technique. You could do a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna go run diagnostics then.
Sure, yeah. What would
What's
you like
going
to
on?
diagnose? Would you like to look in the engine room, the computer system, or somewhere else, like a weapon system?
And what I'm looking for is either the star,
Pulsar star,
It's
yeah,
coming?
pulsar.
okay, or I'm looking for
Just like EMP signals or
EMP
electrical
signals.
storm.
Okay,
B's like, Lightyear, say you!
I'm gonna stick in the I'm gonna stick with the engine room then.
I saw that
Okay.
smoke, Aiden.
I know, it's not Lightyear. He wouldn't do this. He'd just teleport and say, "Hey guys, how's it going? You suck. I'm out."
And then blow up our ship
Yeah,
on the way out.
that's what he would do. Yeah. So you kind of go into the engine room. You start using a diagnostic screen sort of thing to kind of read into it. You can't gain much. Roll me a wisdom check. Let's do.
19.
Okay, so you gain a little bit.
I'm
of
rolling real
information.
good.
Yeah, you are. This isn't the main thing being affected by this, but there are definitely odd signs coming from this. The one thing you notice, I'm going to real quick roll, see if anything bad happens.
What?
No, I'm just making sure.
No.
Just making sure. It's fine. It's fine. You do notice
Okay, then.
there's actually an even effect across your entire ship. So it doesn't seem to be coming more from one direction. With your knowledge
So
of how the
it's
universe works, because you are
probably
in
a
a
storm.
it is probably a storm. A pulsar star is a star that is like dying basically, and it's shooting out a lot of electromagnetic radiation in two directions. The
Mhm.
things that they hit Earth will have an EMP wipeout basically.
Okay.
This doesn't seem to be that due to the fact that it is even. It's not like one side's getting it worse. One side's engine is like completely haywire, while the other side is okay because it's being shielded. The front of the ship isn't freaking out while the back of the ship's fine. It seems pretty even and consistent across the whole way. So it does seem to be a
Mhm.
ship. You do know with these sort of things that you are able to redirect that electricity slightly. And since it's such a small amount, you might be able to actually power up a piece of equipment in regard to that to like draw the energy out of your ship, basically.
Okay. So like, instead of having it evenly distributed, we sort of like send it to one system.
You could do that. You could redirect like all power into your weapons and just fire off into space, basically.
And that would discharge it.
That would prevent
Essentially?
it from getting worse or preventing it from
Okay.
damaging anything because it just takes that energy it's building up. These pipes are really effective in moving electricity, so it just moves it out of the way.
Let's fire up the guns first.
Sure thing, yeah. You basically in this room, this is where you do all your like things to make your shield stronger, your weapons faster, your speed quicker, things like that. So you kind of just load up onto one of the pipes that is to your guns, and instead of working it to allow for a short period of a very high power concentration from the engine, you just kind of adjust it so you have more power from the engine going to that area. It does make your other parts of your ship slower, but with that extra energy coming from the storm, you're able to keep on going. You and probably, I imagine, Tex or someone else is on the other gun. You're just firing off into space wildly, hoping it's not going to hit some small floating child in space. I'm dying over here.
This is how B crashed.
Yeah, this is what happened to be.
Yep.
And
He's like,
you
not again.
begin on your trek again, not hurting your engine.
Awesome. Crisis averted.
Yes, I rolled so you didn't have a pulsar.
Yay! I'm glad you did.
Dying. I rolled a 19 out of
And then
100,
stop
so
it.
yeah, guys got lucky, and you're back on your way. Oh my gosh,
Stop dying.
I can't.
Stop it.
After another
Stop it.
couple day
Hayden.
journey,
Get some help.
back to Strogaroth, was it? Strogarus.
Stroganoff.
You guys land back on the planet. You find Hoth still there waiting, Zios vibing, and you just kind of explain what happened. And they're like, that's great. I'm happy for you, Tex. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that sarcasm?
Yeah.
No, they were excited. They're glad to hear it. You guys do. I will say also on your flight back, you do get a message from Fenatorath, who basically just straight up says like, "Hey, we made it back to this location. He has this portal opening. It is crazy. And once we're out of this other pocket dimension, I will let you guys know of what happened."
This
Yeah.
feels like getting a close-up video from someone like, holy shit, look at this.
It's just like an email. It's not the video conference that some people use.
You know the Wojak meme, just like,
Yeah. She just describes it. She goes into some detail. She says like,
Question.
Hunter explained some stuff. It's actually really cool what we're doing. I'm excited to be here. I'll let you know how it goes when we come out.
Question.
Yes.
How does she sign emails?
She doesn't. You think she doesn't really
Oh.
understand the technology, so she just wrote a message. It doesn't. You imagine that she didn't even write the message. You imagine Hunter wrote it for her, because it's not. In,
So she
like-
just sent like a text basically.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like it's more
Got
of an
it.
email because it's just like you send it to random ships and they get a message and they can reply, but it doesn't all show in one log. It's just like you get
Yeah.
messages. But it's definitely written in a way that not Fenatorath doesn't speak. And so it's Hunter helping her break down the language and like send something that makes sense. Oh, stop.
Boomer Fenatorath.
Boomer Fenatorath.
Basically.
Except she's a lot older.
Yeah. By boomer, we mean from the Big Bang. She's not that But yeah, you guys land back home and you kind of are just vibing. Is there anything you all need to have done?
There's something I want to do.
What is that?
Okay, hang on. I had an idea, and I wanted to see if I could do it. If I can find it. Storing a spell. How does that work exactly?
Do you have a ring for it, or something?
I don't have any ring or anything, but I was wondering if I could like find something like that.
So it
Oh,
has
you're
to
an
be,
artificer. You can make that,
yeah,
right?
you might have.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have the ability to do that? Make that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you basically just created a thin air, right? That's how that works.
Oh,
You
okay.
have to spend a long rest
Yeah.
doing like taking a non-magical item and then making it that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would gladly say that on your trip back, you did have 3 long rests, I think, or so. One of them, you're like, hey, I got a lot of downtime, and in between making your potions that you have, and I would say I would let you have just like a silver ring or an amulet that you wear.
Okay.
Omelet?
No.
Omelet.
That
I
you're
want
like,
an omelet.
you spend a long rest kind of just thinking, tinkering, working a couple days on this. And basically how it works is, I think it is, correct me if I'm wrong, Autumn or Elliot, but whenever Tim can just cast a spell to that item, and then whenever he wants, he can use that item to use that spell.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Spell storing
Spell
Spell
items.
save, yeah.
Oh, spell storing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it works.
So yeah,
kind of
a lot
sorry.
of people what they like to do is they like to do it before a long rest because it persists between those long rests.
Mm-hmm.
So
It
yeah.
lasts until you use it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The nice thing though is with that is if you have put like fireball in one, I believe you can even give it to someone else.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
have
Someone
Yeah.
fireball.
else can use it.
I don't think it
Okay.
requires attunement.
No.
My
Okay.
general idea was finding a way to arm the batteries.
Okay. Yeah, I think actually what you could do, what I would allow, is you can either
Mhm.
do a lightning spell. It has to be fairly powerful to overcharge
Mhm.
them at once, like connect them up to, like, basically if you use this amulet, and connect the positive and the negative different sections or ground it to something else, and you
You're gonna
use
make a
lightning
claymore
spell.
Roomba?
Exactly, pretty much. You can overcharge
Yep.
it instantly, and they just
I love
burst into
Claymore
flames.
Roomba.
Or you can lightly charge all the batteries and have something simple like create bonfire that lights the necklace on fire, and that heats them up and they go critical. If you do the lightning spell where it's a higher level spell or something that is lightning based, you can then have a larger, quicker reaction that is much more dangerous and deadly. If you use the bonfire one, it's a slower burn that could do more in time if you were like looking for a way to start a fire in a building.
I want big one.
Okay. So yeah, you'd have to have a lightning spell. Is
I
that
got
something
that.
you have available? Okay, perfect.
I do already. I
Which
love
one-
that spell.
Which one is that?
Let me just check. I know I got it.
Is it just shocking
What do you
grasp?
what do you consider to be like a dangerous one, powerful one?
I'm thinking like a lightning bolt or something that uses light electricity damage at a high rate.
Got it. I don't actually know if I have that.
The only thing you have
able-
is shocking grasp, which isn't that powerful.
Okay.
Would someone else
Got
be able
it.
to use the item to like
Someone else can
I'm
cast
cast
the
spell
item.
into it?
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
need to be Tim that casts. It just needs to be, hey, it's an item that we
Yeah.
have now.
Okay.
So does anyone else have a
So-
spell that they'd like to lend Tim?
I only do
Um,
radiant damage.
I would
Finger
need
of-
to look through my spell list, but
Finger of Death would not
like-
work because that's necrotic.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah,
I
I
just had an
know.
idea though. What if I gifted a ring to someone that had Finger of Death on it?
They
Then,
would need to be able to cast
Would
it.
it-
yeah.
Could I cast it so that it activates on themselves?
I think you need to be able.
Yeah, I
you
think
need to be
you-
touching the item.
You have to be having the
Hmm.
item to activate that.
Okay. That'd be cool though.
There's Haas. Let me see if Haas has anything that you could talk with him about.
Hey Haas, give me a spell.
Haas! Does he have all his spells equipped? He could have more prepared spells. Roll me a d100, and I'm gonna pick a number. If you're within 10, I'm gonna give you a very powerful spell because Haas wanted it.
Can someone roll me a D100? I don't know how to do that yet. I have tried so many times to learn how, and I always forget. Is it? Okay.
2d10s.
You roll 2d10s. The first one's the big, like, the first one's like 20, 30,
Yeah, those
and then
two.
the second one's the other number.
Roll them and you add them
Okay.
together.
So like 96,
Yes.
Yes.
something like that.
Is that what you got?
That's what I just rolled now.
You
Yeah.
did not get close enough. So sadly, Haas does not have anything available for you.
Damn.
He's like, sorry,
That's bad.
I only have some tinkering spells and things messing around with protection.
Wait, what does Zio have? Let me check her.
Zaya might have something. Whatever you left her with, she'd have.
Let me find her. Where the fuck is she? Hold on. I don't remember where she is. Zio! What the fuck is she? Let me just open up Aurora. See if I can find her through that.
I
'Cause
like
I think Zio had lightning spells.
Yeah, I feel like you did too.
Let me look through my spell list.
Yeah, see what you all have. See if you have anything. If not, you can probably find like a town wizard that has something.
Hello, random wizard Steve. Do you have lightning bolt?
Mr. Wizardly.
That or chain lightning could be pretty good too.
Hmm.
Does Phantasmal Killer sound fun?
We need lightning damage.
Yeah, it has to be.
Oh, it
lightning
needs
damage.
lightning
Yeah, 'cause
damage?
it has to charge a battery pack.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I didn't know entirely what we were doing. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's fine.
Fair enough.
I only have her at level 15, but I think she had. I never updated her,
Yeah.
but she's still level 15.
I'll have to look through and see if I have anything lightning related then.
It's alright if not. If
let me
not, could I use Shock and Grasp similar to the way you were mentioning Bonfire?
You could. It's just gonna be less powerful.
Yeah,
Shocking
I can do
Grasp
that if
also
not.
has touch.
Well, yeah. Tim can just save it.
It'll be on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, Zio's almost done loading. It takes 10 to 5 business days for it to open. Well, 5 to 10 business days, I mean.
Tex, you have Witch Bolt.
Oh, that is lightning.
It is lightning damage.
I forgot.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
you can give that one
Work
up.
for you?
It's the taser.
Yeah.
That's what Witch Bolt is.
It's 5d12. So it could do pretty good damage. Minimum 5, maximum is 70, 72. Plus 11. Actually.
Oh,
So minimum-
Well,
Zio
that's
has
because it's being cast at 5th level.
Zio has lightning bolt.
How much does that do?
8d6.
Does that do more?
Yeah, it does the same as a fireball.
It's
God, why did-
basically a
Why did I stop
corridor.
playing? Why did I
Or-
stop playing
wait,
Zio? She had
8D
goddamn feeble mind.
8d6?
I have feeble mind.
You said 8d6, right?
8d6 is how much the light is.
Yeah,
how much lightning
Witch Bolt at
do.
fifth level would do more. Max.
Would it?
Yeah, because
What's
8d6
8 times-
max is 48. 5 times 12 is 60. Witch Bolt would
Okay.
do more damage max.
All right.
As a first level. Well, here's the thing. Zio can also
Yeah.
upcast it at
What-
8th level.
Well,
Yeah,
what would
I
that
can do it at 8th level.
Sorry, what is Witch Bolt?
It's a first level spell that like latches on to a creature, and as
I
long
meant
as
It's a
it remains
taser.
I meant the
latched-
damage, sorry.
Oh,
It's
1d12.
maximum. Yeah, maximum dice roll 60 plus 11, so 71.
But it's what are the rolls though, sorry?
5d12,
Oh, okay.
and then the other one that Autumn was talking about was 8d6. What can it go up to though, Autumn?
Oh, Zio can cast it all the way up to 8th level, so add a d6 past 3, so it could be 13d6 if she
Okay.
really wanted to. Technically, she has access to 9th level spells now.
And what does that? What is your? Do you have any bonus to that?
It's just straight.
Just no bonus. Okay. So both of them are actually really close. So it's up to you which one you want. If Zaya's willing to part with that 8th level spell, for the day.
She can get the spell slot back
Yeah.
though.
So can you, but it's just up to
It
Tim.
makes me feel bad now that I
Sure.
ditched Zio for B because Zio actually has some pretty good stuff. And now that I'm actually building another character that has the same style that Zio has, it makes me feel bad.
Which one are you taking, Tim?
I'll take the one from Zio. That way
Zio?
Tex still has a slot.
Yeah, you just grab onto the chain, and since you're the one that created it, Tim, and since you're the one that like has the connection to it, as Zio holds onto this, there's like you see this. Zio doesn't have any hair. Do you have like? Does
Just
Zio have like
tentacles.
body hair, like a little
I
fuzz?
don't- I don't know. I don't
Probably
think
not.
so.
All right, you see that as Zio locks onto it and holds on tight.
I mean, she has clothing, so
yeah.
the fabric might.
Yeah, maybe the fabric, but I was gonna go for goosebumps. But yeah, you hold on. You see that Zio mutters something under her breath, casting a spell. You see the goosebumps like rise up on her skin, little tiny bumps. You see her fabric of her clothes like begin to like all the little frays start standing up. Zio has a scarf, right? The scarf
does
starts
now.
like I thought she alreys did. Her art had did.
No, she had a coat.
Oh,
B
was it-
has a
B
scarf.
has a scarf.
I might be mixing that up.
B
Where's that?
standing too close, her scarf starts
Yeah.
going up on it.
And then after a second, you see the pattern, like the sort of like a glint on your amulet start forming, and then fade away, and all that energy dies out.
Perfect.
Yes.
So now I have a bomb.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I'll
Bomb.
change that. It's a singular one now?
Yes, it is one big item, basically.
Got it.
So you do know that with how they work, they will take the charge, and after a couple minutes, it's just going to start bubbling up over time and just light on fire. As it heats itself up, it's going to exponentially release that energy.
Got it. And done.
And
I cannot wait to use that one.
done. That'll be interesting. You guys are getting quite the team together to fight Hone.
I just got a lot of
B also
bombs.
You know what's funny? B also has grease. Like
Yeah.
scrolls. Just cast
Oh.
that. Here's the idea.
Would grease
You know what?
be flammable?
It's
Would it
grease.
not be?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know how magical grease works. Well, did it say it created grease or just made
How does
grease like?
magical grease work?
Yeah.
I think it says. You know, let me look up grease. Because
Grease
that's
lightning.
what happened in Curse of Strahd. I decided
Oh, if we end up doing that, we're calling it grease lightning.
slick,
grease.
grease
Yeah, it specifically
covers the
makes
ground.
grease.
Oh no!
Hell yeah.
Oh no!
Kitchen fire
oh.
gone wrong.
It says for 5e it's not flammable.
What? That's stupid. It's grease.
I'm
What are we
well, I'm
playing?
googling it for real, and apparently it doesn't.
That's stupid.
Well, okay. So if it gets really hot, it's really hard to put out. But it doesn't actually create fire. It basically is an embodiment of fire, if that makes sense. It'll only be on fire when there is fire, and its fire is really bad. So it would make it worse.
Okay.
Good.
Good. Make them suffer. But yeah, is there anything else you guys like to do before we end this session? Any ideas? in
I'm
your
good.
mind?
Level up.
It'll be coming soon.
Look, Autumn, you realize when we level up, the DM levels up too.
I know.
Oh no.
You're also getting close to the end, so I want to make it dramatic that your last level up is right before the final fight. So I'm trying to pace it.
Also, like what I did with Insanity.
Yeah. You guys are at level 17 right now. You got 3 before level 20.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Do I make a wizard character who's just about adjustment and positioning and being like, fuck you?
No.
That's
that-
what I
that sounds
usually.
really
That's what I
annoying.
want to play when I try wizard.
I think I want to redo wizard.
The biggest
'Cause I
issue with
feel
that,
like
Autumn,
Zio-
is whenever you do that, you're going to also single yourself out pretty easily. As, hey, I'm up in the air. Let me do something. Hey, look, that guy's up in the air.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Like things, spells like vortex wrap or like wall spells or whatever to like
Oh,
control
single
the
other people
battlefield.
out. Yeah, you could, but
Yes.
I feel like the only thing you're gonna run into is you're gonna also control your teammates, which is really annoying. Because you put up a flammable wall between you and the enemy, you also put it between you and your teammates.
Put flame, put wall of fire, and then put grease while you have dual concentration from that one feat.
my camera
And they
froze.
keep falling when they get back up, and they're stuck in the oven.
That
It's stuck
sounds
in the
like... Uh-oh.
oven.
That sounds like a war crime.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, someone
Wait,
could use
oh!
someone could use the Stonewall one.
Wall of stone around wall of fire.
Oh,
They try to run
you
through,
just
they just
trap
hit a
them in,
wall
make
and
an
burn
oven.
alive.
That's funny.
That's
Do I make a
war
wall with?
crime.
Oh wait, there's a warlock that's all around wall spells.
Oh my gosh. Alright, but I'm going to be ending the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you follow. If you guys would like to catch me live in the future, go to cadenbop.com, right everywhere I'm streaming. For now, though, I'll be ending here. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.